This is NBA TV's NBA action. This week, the Pistons get set to defend their crowd, while the Suns look to rise from the West as we preview the playoffs. Plus, we'll meet the top picks in this year's WNBA draft, spotlight the annual Basketball Without Borders program, and as always, we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Hard bounce, J-Smoove. Look out! Oh, my goodness! Get out! He's unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw! Oh, man, what a dunk! Tear up that rim, young fella. Sensational! Oh, I'm shaking in my chair! Oh, I'm at home!
We tip things off by taking you into the action for our preview of the Western Conference playoffs.
Here is Nash going inside. Here comes Nash. He's got Amar'e to his right. Elevates and detonates. Nash going inside, creating for Quentin. Richardson with a three. And he hit it. Excitement is back here at the Purple Palace. Nash with a three. He'll hit it.
The Phoenix Suns use their exciting style to go from 29 wins a year ago to the NBA's best record this season. But the true test for their fast-breaking attack will come in the playoffs when they face bigger and stronger teams in the West.
We're trying to figure out a way to beat Duncan. Well, we're not going to beat Duncan, another big guy. He's the best big guy in the world. You know, if you had Shaq, now you got a chance. Now, how do you beat Shaq? How do you beat Duncan? Well, you do it a different way. Playoff comes, we're going to speed this sucker up.
Our team is built to run. You know, a lot of people say you can't win in the playoffs that way, but we don't really have a choice.
Well, they're very dangerous. They have a lot of weapons out there. They can go inside. They got a good shooters outside. So they're a tough team, and they're not an easy matchup.
This is going to be my first time making the playoffs, so, you know, it's going to be real exciting. At the same time, you know, we there to win. We want to go out there and be serious about it, go win something.
Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer!
It was disappointing because you always feel looking back that you could have done better. You don't get that opportunity too often, so you want to make sure he really, grabs hold of it while you can. Just try to make sure that we can get back there and this time have a different outcome.
As usual, the Spurs' fortunes ride on the shoulders of their superstar, Tim Duncan. But the road won't be easy in a powerful Western Conference.
We're one of the teams that brings that power. We're right in the mix. We know there are some very tough teams to play against, but we're up for that challenge.
Duncan just horsed it. What are you going to do? I mean, what can you do in a circumstance like that?
Not much more than that.
I'm motivated every year. I want it every year. I would not get tired of winning the championship every year.
The Spurs, who'll meet Denver in the first round, will also need major contributions from their dynamic backcourt of Tony Parker and all-star Manu Ginobili.
Ginobili and Parker, those guys are really causing havoc for defenses right now. The Spurs are a tough, well-experienced, well-coached team. We all recognize that.
We have to take our title back. We lost it against the Lakers last year, and so I think we got a lot of stuff to prove this year. It keeps me, Timmy, and Manu hungry to try to win another one.
Everything obviously is based on health, and to me, the deepest team with the best chance, if they were healthy, of going all the way from the Western Conference is San Antonio.
The surprising Seattle Sonics are the third seed after winning the Northwest Division, but their star and leader Ray Allen knows that it's only the first step.
Once you get to the playoffs, you realize the regular season almost was a rehearsal. As hard as you might have thought it was, it steps up a notch and it goes to another level.
Allen drives baseline beneath the rim. He suddenly elevates in a two-hand reverse slam.
He's been playing well. The game is coming to him, and he's a guy that, down the stretch we're going to. He wants the ball. He's delivering.
Another player who's delivered for Seattle is all-star Rashard Lewis, whose outside shooting has created matchup problems for opponents.
Seattle is the toughest for us because they play small, and our big guys like Rasho and Tim got to chase those guys around. That's tough for them.
Keep the offensive and defensive pressure on this team.
Dirk Nowitzki and the fourth-seeded Mavericks will take on Houston, and this year's edition of center Eric Dampier will help them battle Yao Ming.
I'm looking forward to it. Could be a very exciting time for myself and for this team.
We have a couple more options now. My goal is always a team goal, and that's winning the championship ultimately. You know, that's been our goal for the last couple of years.
Nowitzki, who will take it from just over midcourt.
This team, we've been to the Western Conference Finals in the second round the last 3 years, so we have to get to the finals. That's the way I feel about it. So, and I hope our team follows with that mindset.
Taking a look at the NBA.com Western Conference playoff picture, the seedings and the matchups are now set. The Suns are the top seed in the West, and they'll face the 8th-seeded Memphis Grizzlies. The Spurs, winners of the Southwest Division, will take on the 7th-place Nuggets, who've been the hottest team in the West the second half of the season. The 3rd-seeded Sonics, who won the Northwest, will meet the number 6 Sacramento Kings, and the 4th-place Dallas Mavericks will take on the 5th-seeded Houston Rockets in a battle of Texas. You're watching NBA action on Fox Sports Net. Now we take you back into the action, this time with our preview of the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. After winning their first NBA championship in 14 years, the Detroit Pistons are ready to defend their title. And head coach Larry Brown has kept the team focused on its goal all season long.
He just brings so much to the table. You would think, oh, these guys have won a championship, so, you can, kind of bypass that. He bypasses nothing.
The Pistons feature a balanced attack that includes a strong forward combination, veteran Rasheed Wallace and young Tayshaun Prince. They helped Detroit finish with the second-best record in the East and an 11-game winning streak late in the season.
Again! Phillips to Rasheed!
With the Pone backcourt of Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton, plus all-star center Ben Wallace and their trademark defense, Detroit will be tough to beat, but won't take anyone lightly.
Collison blocked by Ben. That's it. Big Ben's alone at the top.
Get out there and we get so relaxed sometimes, who doesn't, take a lot of teams serious, or we doesn't, approach the game the way we should. So trying to fight that, temptation to go out there and not play as hard as we should. I see that as our biggest rival, our biggest threat right now.
But a major obstacle is looming large for the Pistons in the East, Dwayne Wade and the top-seeded Miami Heat.
Look at that. Look at that. Mr. Incredible does it again. Beautiful move by Wade. He drives and jams.
In his second season, the player known as Flash has been sensational. And with Shaquille O'Neal providing muscle in the middle, along with championship experience, the Heat look to make a long playoff run.
Shaq to the rack.
O'Neal averaged 23 points and 10 rebounds this season while forming a devastating 1-2 punch with Wade.
Shaq backdoor. Wade, look out below. That is picture perfect.
After helping the Heat finish with the best record in the East, Shaq is ready to dominate in the playoffs.
Toughest matchup for me in the league is myself. Period, point blank, no more questions.
Double team on O'Neal. What a shot. Oh, boy.
He's been watching Flash play a little bit there. I like that.
We only have one guy on this team that's been there and knows what it takes to be there. Everybody else is kind of following along. Anything can happen in the playoffs. Detroit's still the champ. And, we might have to go through them.
The Boston Celtics are the 3rd seed after winning their first Atlantic Division crown since 1992. And Paul Pierce has led Boston all season with his clutch play.
Pierce needs a screen. 3 seconds. Pierce takes it.
Got it! Paul Pierce at the buzzer!
While Pierce turned in another stellar season, the Celtics received an extra boost from a midseason trade that brought Antoine Walker back to Boston. Since that deal, the team has gone 18-8.
She lost the handle. Payton way up to Walker. Tayshaun with him, but Walker jams and draws the foul.
And with the playoff experience of Gary Payton in the backcourt, Boston is ready to soar into the postseason.
Alley-oop, and Davis slams it in. Perfect pass.
The surprising Chicago Bulls will make their return to the playoffs, and head coach Scott Skiles has been the guiding force behind their turnaround.
He pretty much just stuck with us. You know, we were all in it together, you know, and he just encouraged us and motivated us.
And Ben Gordon has been a major reason for Chicago's success. One of the top candidates for Cotton Milk Rookie of the Year, Gordon has shown glimpses of greatness, along with a flair for drama, providing many fourth-quarter heroics for the Bulls.
There's Gordon. Gordon looking for Heinrich. Now makes his move, gets inside the corner. Oh, he puts it in! With 0.2 of a second remaining, what a shot from Gordon!
Finishing fourth in the East, the Bulls have home court advantage in the first round against Washington as they give Chicago its first taste of the playoffs since the Michael Jordan era.
I couldn't have imagined, you know, that we would be above 500. You know, it just shows that, you know, you got a bunch of guys who are willing and a coaching staff, you know, who doesn't give up on their players, you know, what can happen.
Well, I think, you know, we can be as good as we want to be, you know, just starting to get things turned around, but, you know, most of us haven't been there, so it's going to be an experience, hopefully.
Now let's check the NBA.com Eastern Conference playoff picture. The Miami Heat entered the playoffs as the top seed. The Pistons, winners of the Central, are second, and the Celtics, who won the Atlantic, are in third. They'll meet the Indiana Pacers in the first round. The fourth-seeded Bulls will meet the fifth-place Wizards. The Pacers are sixth, and the 76ers are seventh. The Nets hold the tiebreaker over the Cavaliers for the eighth and final playoff spot, but the race will come down to the final game of the regular season. We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA action. Time now to log on to NBA.com for a look at the new class of rookies in the WNBA.
Good afternoon and welcome. In just a few minutes, we will begin the 9th annual WNBA draft. And as you look around the studio, you can see that we have a terrific representation of the newest group of world-class players who will be taking the next step in their careers. Let's get started with the first pick of the 2005 WNBA draft. The Charlotte Sting select Janelle McCarville from the University of Minnesota.
I'm very excited about it. I think you know, a lot of talented players have gone number one, and you know, it's definitely a great honor, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Next, the Indiana Fever selected Tan White from Mississippi State, who was thrilled to be the second pick.
Very excited. You know, you're nervous at first, anxious, and I mean, it's over with now, you know, so I'm very excited.
With the third pick of the 2005 WNBA draft, the Phoenix Mercury select Sandora Irvin from Texas Christian University.
It's just big time. It's an unbelievable feeling just to be in that studio with all those players, you know, Janelle McCarville, Tan White. I'm seeing some of the best players in the country, you know. To go third, I mean, it's unbelievable. And then to be have a chance to play with Diana Taurasi and, you know, some other players at Phoenix, it's exciting.
The next four selections belong to San Antonio, Houston, Washington, and Detroit.
With the fourth pick, with the fifth pick, with the sixth pick, with the seventh pick of the 2005 WNBA draft, Kendra Wecker, Sancho Little, Mika Johnson, Kara Braxton.
Today was just a great day. I just had my son 3 months ago, so a lot of people were kind of iffy thinking if I was going to come back, but that was only a motivational thing for me, and I'm just happy to be here.
For a minute there, my heart started beating, like fifth pick. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And then it called, I'm like, what?
The eighth pick, Katie Feenstra, was traded from Connecticut to San Antonio for center Margot Diedick. Completing the round, Michigan State's Kristen Haney went to the Monarchs, Lori Moore to the Liberty, Kristen Mann to the Lynx, Kanisha Wright to the Storm, and Deanna Jackson to the Shock.
You know, going to another level. I enjoyed my college career, but I'm excited about this new venture.
Time now for more of NBA TV's NBA action. Now a look at a camp that brings together young players from many countries in this edition of Time Out.
I want to welcome you to the Basketball Without Borders.
And Entering its 5th year, Basketball Without Borders is a summer camp that features NBA stars teaching young people about basketball, while also promoting leadership, sportsmanship, education, and healthy living. Over 400 youngsters from 72 countries have taken part as the program gets bigger each year and enthusiasm continues to grow.
There's no limit. There's no limit. We keep going. As a basketball, as the NBA, we keep going out there and searching for kids and make them, doing great things for them, and that's a great program.
If I keep going like this, you're freezing. Come on, you have to create contact. You're freezing me, you see? You have to create contact.
We have fun with them, they're learning, they're trying, you see them trying. And the best thing about it is when you tell the kids something and they try, and that's the best thing.
Hold on and throw it. Hold the ball as long as you can. Watch Slavic, come on Slavic. Watch Slavic's technique, drop the ball. For them to learn that, hey, people in the NBA are willing to reach out and share with them, come to their countries, work with their younger players. I think that sends a very strong message to them.
Last year, Nene of the Denver Nuggets was sending a message of his own to campers at the Basketball Without Borders event in South America. It attracted kids from all over the continent who not only had fun, but learned some important life lessons in the process.
Mais alto. Boa tarde.
Basketball Without Borders is really about community, the international community of basketball. We have kids from 14 countries here, different languages, different backgrounds, coming together around one theme, basketball. And as we do that, it internationalizes the game, globalizes, we build bonds, friendships between these players that last a lifetime. And we think that's what it's really about.
I hope that this thing repeats. If you think about and do it more times, people, kids, help them to have will to play basketball, to have will to win in life with basketball.
The program has also become a fixture in South Africa and will return to Johannesburg for the 3rd straight summer. Last year, Dikembe Mutombo opened youth hostels, a new basketball court, and a reading and learning center as the native of Congo tries to improve the lives of African youngsters.
We just contributed on the changing of life of my African people. This is great. I know David Stern will love this. The commissioner will be very pleased. Tell the kids that when they come in here and in South Africa, they're not just coming to learn about the game of basketball. They come about to learning about the importance of the education in the lab, the importance about reading. So there's so much tool we're trying to pass along to those kids that decide just playing the game of basketball.
Basketball is very much a global sport, and I think the name is very, it's an apt name, Basketball Without Borders. It's just like there's no limit to what we can do with basketball and who we can reach with basketball.
The NBA is about really being global, going around the world, making new friendships, teaching basketball, and changing communities, making a difference around the world.
This summer, Basketball Without Borders will break new ground when it heads to Asia for the first time. Yao Ming will headline the camp in Beijing in July as China's young people receive a boost from the country's favorite son. Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our NBA TV countdown. Starting off at number 10, there was just no stopping Amar'e Stoudemire.
Going inside will be Amar'e. A lot of traffic. Oh, where did he come from?
In at number 9 is the Wizards' Larry Hughes connecting from long distance.
Hughes from midcourt.
At number 8 is John Barry providing the fuel for the Rockets on this play.
Nice big pocket right there. While you're on your job. Played well. Got numbers behind the back. Oh, ready. Take it on to the house, baby. Oh, my.
In at number 7 is this alley-oop from Gary Payton to Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis. 3-on-1 after a bad pass. And Miami's just playing like
At 6 is reigning MVP Kevin Garnett with the reverse slam.
KG turns it around and puts down the hammer. Goodness. My goodness is right.
At 5, Tony Kukoc achieves it right into the hands of J-Smoove.
Flings it forward to Smith and a foul. How about that pass by Tony Kukoc? The underhand softball toss.
At number 4, it's the Suns' Steve Nash with the perfect setup for Amar'e.
Steve Nash to Amar'e. This is unbelievable what we're seeing.
That is great passing. Amar'e dunk finished it, but that is great passing by Joe Johnson and Steve Nash.
At number 3, off the scramble, the Hawks' Tony Delk lets it fly.
Kevin Willis battles for it. Time for a shot. Delk.
At number 2 is the Pistons' Tayshaun Prince flying right by LeBron.
Shot clock. Oh, what a move from Tayshaun Prince. They're on their feet at the Palace.
Tayshaun didn't need the 2-inch mismatch he had there.
And with the number 1 play, yet another dazzling dunk from J-Smoove.
Hard bounce, J-Smoove. Look out! Oh, my goodness! J-Smoove!
Wow, that's all I can say about that one.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Last week, fans on NBA.com said that this spectacular jam by the Hawks' J-Smoove was the number 1 play of the week, and it's certainly worth another look. Remember, you can vote for your favorite play all season long by logging on to the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Spiro Ditas for NBA TV's NBA Action. We'll see you next week.